It's visible. You just
Yes.
enlarge your slide. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So my topic, lifestyle modification in diabetes mellitus type 2. So diabetes is a group of metabolic disease characterized by hyperglycemia resulting from defects in insulin secretion, insulin action, or both.
Wonderful.
Long-term damage, dysfunction, and organ failure associated with chronic hypoglycemia,
Yes.
especially
Dr.
eye,
Arulraj,
kidney,
can you please mute yourself? Dr. Arulraj, please mute yourself.
Okay. Okay.
especially eye, kidney, nerve, and heart. So in India is the capital of diabetes mellitus with 69.1 million after China. This is the figure of 2015, and according to IDF, around 450 million people had diabetes in 2015, expected to rise 642 million by 2040. Around 75% of subjects with diabetes live in low and middle income country, and it is increasing in rural population as well as in middle and lower classes. So can we prevent diabetes mellitus? Answer is yes. How? This is the death figure due to diabetes, and diabetes is the third most common cause for the death after ischemic heart disease and other heart disease. So why the prevalence of diabetes is increasing in our country especially? Because aging of the population, urbanization, especially in the developing countries, more sedentary lifestyle, and bad food consumption pattern, especially more food with high fat content and more refined carbohydrates. So these are the main factors for diabetes in rural area and in poor country and developing country. Now, for better lifestyle management of diabetes, we have to consider diet, exercise, weight reduction, no smoking, moderation of alcohol, and management of stress. The recommended lifestyle interventions include taking 2.5 hours each week a moderate intensity physical activity or 1 hour and 15 minutes of high intensity exercise. Number two, losing weight gradually to achieve a healthy body mass index and replacing refined carbohydrate with whole grain foods and increase intake of vegetables and other food high in dietary fiber and reducing the amount of saturated fat in the diet. So these are the four things which we should adapt for the prevention of diabetes. About exercise, there are many advantages of exercise like it causes glycemic control, improves insulin sensitivity, builds physical fitness, optimizes physical fitness, and gives psychological well-being. And there are certain disadvantages also, carry some risk like stents to compromise cardiovascular system, injury to musculoskeletal system, predisposed to hypoglycemia, and may exacerbate complications as well. So this physical activity is divided into 2%, moderate intensity physical activity and vigorous physical activity. And these are the types, brisk walking, cycling on the moderate type, and jogging, swimming, cycling on the steps are on vigorous type. So ideally 2.5 hours of moderate intensity exercise and 1 hour and 15 minutes of vigorous physical activity. But in my opinion, both should be combined and timing is not that bar. So both activities should be there for a human being. These are the common types of exercise. And this is the calorie spent in various activity like walking 3 miles, 5 miles, 8 miles, cycling, mopping, scrubbing, and gardening. So these are the calorie lost per hour due to various exercises. In precaution, correct footwear. That is most important during exercise. Comfortable loose clothes should be there. Close inspection of feet every day should be there. Carry snacks as protection from hypoglycemia. And patients should be able to carry out a normal conversation while exercising without getting breathless. That is most important thing. Exercise testing, patient may feel slight but noticeable increase in breathing, causes increase in heart rate, sweating, and walking with talking without increase in breathlessness. That is the guideline for exercise. Second thing is obesity. Obesity is a nationally declared epidemic. It is a term that means your weight is at least 20% more than a normal weight. So whatever we eat, energy in should be energy out. But what happens? Excess calorie and lack of physical activity, energy imbalance over a long period of time. Excess energy is stored in fat cell, which enlarges or multiply. Enlargement of fat cell is known as hypertrophy, whereas multiplication of fat cell is hyperplasia. And with time, excess in energy storage leads to obesity. These are the conditions associated with obesity, diabetes, hypertension, gallbladder disease. And the benefits after losing weight, like 20% fall in total mortality, 30% fall in diabetic-related death, 40% fall in obesity-related death, so on. So there is definite benefit after losing weight, which we can see here. So weight management, healthy BMI should be between 20 to 25. Above 25 is overweight and above 30 is obese. So if you are underweight, increase food intake to optimize weight. If it is normal weight, continue same amount of food intake. And if it is overweight, gradually decrease the amount of food. So that is the principle in general. This is the BMI should be normal. That is 18.5 to 24.9 is normal BMI for normal weight. But in diabetes, it is not only obesity which matters. It is waist circumference that is more important. And if it is more than 94 in men and more than 80 centimeters in women, it is associated with metabolic syndrome that is a part of diabetes or increased resistance. So that is more important rather than obesity. But anyway, patient has to lose weight, whatever condition is there, whether it is a simple obesity or central obesity. So there are two things. One is exercise and second thing is diet. So what can we do in diet? The general dietary advice from NICE guideline to reduce risk of type 2 diabetes is to decrease intake of fat and increase intake of dietary fiber. People who are currently overweight are advised to eat a smaller portion to consume fewer calories. This is healthy diet. This is balanced diet. Balanced diet contains nowadays 40% of fruit and vegetables, 25% fiber is carbohydrate, 25% protein, and only 10% fat. So this is balanced diet for an individual nowadays. So fat, that is more harmful for diabetic patient, as we know, because it is a carbohydrate metabolism related to sugar, but cause of death is atherosclerosis and ischemic heart disease. So fat is more important than carbohydrate here. So what we should do for fat? As we know, fat we get in 4 types: saturated fat, trans fat, monosaturated fat, and polysaturated fat. Saturated fat is that tends to remain solid at room temperature, and monosaturated tends to remain liquid at room temperature. So in diabetes or obesity, our aim to reduce the saturated fat and no to trans fat, and increase the amount of monosaturated fat and polysaturated fat. That is a good cholesterol which will help in a human for maintaining the fat content of the body. So monosaturated and polysaturated are found in plant-based food and fish. But don't take fatty meals, poultry fats, and skins in large amount. That should be limited. And no, not at all to the trans fat, no. So these are green vegetables and fruits. So what are the advantages? We are seeing these pictures everywhere for the dietary modification. Now, these plants contains esterols and estanols, and it helps in the metabolism of cholesterol. Actually, it prevents the absorption of cholesterol from the intestine, because on a molecular level, esterols and esters look like a cholesterol. So when travel through the digestive tract, they get in the way. They can prevent real cholesterol from being absorbed into the bloodstream, and instead of clogging of arteries, the cholesterol just goes out with the waste. So these plant cholesterols are helpful because it prevents the absorption of real cholesterol. The nuts, very important, and important that everybody says that it contains more fat, it contains more energy. That is true. It contains more fat and contains more energy. But the fat which is there is monosaturated fat, which is a good cholesterol, helpful cholesterol, and it removes bad cholesterol from the artery. So it should be taken. Don't worry about fat and about energy. Well, it contains lot of fibers as well. So that fiber helps into reduction of weight. So weight maintenance and good cholesterols are the quality of these nuts. So we must take nuts early in the morning to some amount, not too much. 1 ounce or 1.5 ounce is enough in every morning, and that is more beneficial for losing the weight and for removing the bad cholesterol from our body. Regarding protein, we know non-vegetarian proteins are fish, eggs, meat, and dairy foods. So if patient is diabetic, ideally fish and eggs are good, not meat. And dairy foods are also not very good for diabetic patients or those patients who are overweight. So try to take fish as per the requirement, and one egg can be enough, but try to take the vegetarian proteins as much as you like, and that will be helpful. And in the list, it is beans, soya beans, green peas, spinach, sweet corn, asparagus, and these other things which can be taken as a protein. About carbohydrates, we get carbohydrate from many foods like these ones, but in our Indian culture, what is the problem? Problem is Indian diet is not complete without roti and bhat. So every patient will ask, can I take roti? Can I take bhat? And becomes very difficult to answer those small silly questions. So roughly there is no much difference in the nutritional value of roti and bhat. There is slight difference in roti and bhat because roti contains more sodium content, whereas rice doesn't contain that sodium. And roti contains more amount of phosphorus and magnesium and fiber, whereas there is nothing like that in rice. But main thing is we take 2 or 3 chapati in our diet, but amount we take more for rice. So that is the difference. Amount of rice that is more, and that causes more energy consumption. So reduce the amount of bhat or rice. That will be helpful, but otherwise there is no difference in nutritional value. These are the glycemic index of common food items we know already. So diabetic, what not to eat, like sugar, sweet, pastry, vada, mutton, beef fry, chips, and cola, they should avoid these type of food, and they should take a small frequent meals, at least 6 times in a day. That is a routine. In the morning, lunch, and in the evening. It is divided into 6 portions. So divide the food into 6 parts and then take a small and frequent diet if patient is diabetic. Avoid all fried foods. There is no compromise in this. Avoid all fried foods. Now, smoking and alcohol, these are 2 things which are not directly related to diabetes, but as we know, diabetes ultimately causes ischemic heart disease and myocardial infarction. So smoking and alcohol is related with heart actually. So it is harmful in diabetic as well, and it can cause increase in heart rate, increase in blood pressure, injury heart and blood vessels, and these things if you smoke too much. So it is better to stop smoking even if you are taking any in case of diabetic. And similarly, cases alcohol, kindly don't take alcohol. It is harmful to the health, especially in diabetic and especially in the heart patient. Well, there is one view that a small amount of alcohol can be permitted if patient is suffering from heart disease. Well, that a small amount is 32 ml for female and 60 ml for male. And that is for, it causes a small amount of increase in the HDL cholesterol. That was the view, and it can cause even slight vasodilation. So they have permitted to take a small amount of, 2 pegs in the male and 1 peg in the female, but usually it causes a lot of bad effects, which you can see here, and it should be avoided. If patient is not taking alcohol, don't encourage him to take alcohol at all. Stress, that is another important factor which we should take care of. And as we know, modern life is full of hassles and stress, frustration, and demand. So we should try to keep the stress in a normal condition. And there are certain tips to managing the stress. And yoga, pranayam is also helpful to reduce stress in the certain individuals. So we must try yoga and pranayam to keep the stress away. And good sleep, that is also very important to relieve the stress, and to being a normal, healthy person, sleep is essential, especially 6 to 8 hours, and that is must. So take home message is a major, diabetes mellitus is a major challenge to human health. Type 2 diabetes can be prevented. Primary prevention is suitable and affordable. Lifestyle interventions are effective in prevention. Barriers for prevention should be addressed, and diabetes can be managed with lifestyle alone. And healthy eating and regular exercise, yoga, pranayam, and good sleep are needed to keep the person healthy, and will try to reduce the diabetes. Thank you very much.